Hey besties, it's Nat back again with another Animal Crossing speed build on my island of Nautilus. And today we're doing another interior for a villager on my island, and that villager is America's sweetheart, Genji. Please ignore his very stupid hat. I'm sure I gave that to him back when everybody thought that the way to get pictures from your villagers was to give them clothes that like matched the colors that they like. I gave Genji a lot of very stupid clothes in that era, but we're just figuring out the exterior of his house now. I needed to okay. For those of you who don't know, my island is a town core island based off of the island that I grew up on in New England. So I needed to switch Genji's house exterior because it doesn't go with the theme, unfortunately, even though it is a very cute, beautiful house exterior. Very, very cute, beautiful little guy. So I was going through a lot of options here, besties, and honestly, I might change it. I think that of the interior / exteriors that I've done for my villagers, Genji's is the most likely to change, but only in minor ways. Like I might change his exterior colors a little bit. I might change a couple of the items on the interior, but I actually ended up really enjoying how this build turned out. I did plan it a little bit ahead of time in the Room Sketch app, but that was really helpful. Once again, besties, shout out to the Room Sketch app holding it down for all of us. But yes, he's getting a bachelor pad moment. I was really struggling with the exterior. You can see I was going through every color combination because like the greens were just too crazy. Like they were too bright or like too dark, and I didn't want him to have like a super dark exterior. I don't know, because like his house is surrounded by trees, and I didn't actually do like decorating on the exterior in this video. I'm gonna do a different video where we polish up little areas on my island that I haven't gotten to yet. But for Genji's house in particular, I did it the same way I did Coco's house, where I just did the inside. So I didn't really know. That, like I said, is the area that's the most likely to change. But now we're coming in on the interior. Genji's interior is once again very dark, but I like the concept, and that is, we sort of stick with that concept throughout the new version of the build. So I also was inspired by Coco's house, which I already, like I said, previously did. I'll put a link in the card, and I'll also put a link at the end of the video, because that house was a little bit of a sleigh. Personally, I think Coco's house is very cool. Like Coco, she's a cool girl, and every time she's at home, I go visit her so I can take pictures because she lives in a very cool house. Genji's house is very similar to Coco's with the layout. Like I said, I wanted them to be sort of mirrors of each other. So we have the screens that sort of suggest that there's like more rooms in the back of the house, but there's not. This is the whole house. But we have the screens on the back wall. Here, I'm gonna switch the color scheme to the same as Coco's house with like this lighter wood color, but we're gonna switch it back because I thought that the green was better for Genji. For those of you who don't know, Genji's favorite colors are green and purple, so we had to go with that for his color scheme. It's a very fun color scheme, and I really enjoyed working with it. But we're just gonna briefly have an identity crisis and switch to the lighter wood colors. Here we are making the kitchen. I wanted him to have a kitchen specifically so he had a place for his protein drinks, his green drinks. I needed him to have a place where he can make those. But yeah, the concept behind this build is a bachelor pad. I initially considered giving Genji a gym, because obviously he loves a little workout, and he's always talking about Genji's gym. But I'm having a small crisis on my island where all of my villagers own businesses, and I don't need everybody on my island to be a girl boss, you know? Like Marshall, he doesn't own a business. He's just, you know, he's just living his best life. And Coco's house isn't necessarily a business, but I feel like maybe she does like private pottery lessons out of her studio. But you know, Maddie's house is a business, Bob's house is a business, Bo's house is normal, so there's that. But I wanted there to be a good balance between businesses and residences on my island, so hence why Genji is getting a residence and not a business. But you know, he could still girl boss it up a little bit. Maybe he's doing like personal training for people, I don't know. But this version is very light and airy, and I really liked the light airiness aspect going on, as you can see with all this light wood. But it was just too similar to Coco's house, and I love a little drama, besties, and we'll get into it. There's a little bit of drama in this video. Not a lot, but a little bit. I like a little bit of drama, but I wanted the house to be different than Coco's, and The white wallpaper was a little bit too boring. Like you can see in the kitchen, the backsplash just being white was really, really bothering me. It was just too boring and I needed something different. So I switched back to the green, we switched back to the dark wood, and I also thought that it would be funny if Genji moved into this place and he owned a bunch of light wood colored furniture, but the color of the pre-built stuff in the house was dark wood, so like it didn't match. But like he's a bachelor, so like he just doesn't care. He's like, oh, okay, I'll just move in. I already have a dresser and like a little screen to separate the house and all of that stuff. And so I kept some of the light wood objects. Also that the speed bag, he had that initially in his house. I don't know if that's part of his house or if I gave that to him, but whatever. Either way, it's his furniture. And I just thought it would be funny to like if Genji's furniture didn't match the built-ins in his house. Like, you know, he's a bachelor. And I also considered, I briefly considered naming this video like a bespoke bachelor pad. One, because I love a little alliteration, besties. Two, because, I don't know, I thought that was a fun title. I feel like people like alliteration in titles. And three, I thought it would be funny as a joke because it's literally not bespoke. Like, he just moved in. It was move-in ready, and he had the wrong color furniture. I don't know. I thought that was funny. We go back and forth with the color of the futon 1,000,001 times. I actually end up going back to that purple color once again to get a little farther away from Coco. I didn't want it to be exactly like Coco's house. That's a little bit too much drama for me, besties. I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, there is a little bit of drama in this video, which you can look forward to, both in the interior of Genji's house, and also in what happened outside Genji's house later on in the video. So like I said, look forward to that. Also, apologies about the audio situation with this video. I'm recording this at an odd hour for me. It's sort of daytime, which is normally not when I record because of the car noise going on near my house. Here I was trying to figure out the yoga mat, because normally when you place a villager on a yoga mat, then they start doing the yoga so you can like see which direction they would be facing with the placement of the yoga mat, but he wasn't doing it. So I don't know what was wrong with that, but if it's facing the wrong way, you can let me know in the comments. I don't know if he's facing the wall, if he's facing out. We'll find out later. But yeah, sorry about any audio inconsistencies in this video. I'm trying to figure it out, but luckily when I move into my new apartment coming up very soon, then I will have much better audio and I won't have to worry about noise from cars or anything, or I can figure out my microphone, get a better rhythm going with that. So that's something to look forward to. Lots of looking forward to things in this video, which I like. That's a good energy to have, I think. Even if things are slow right now, there's things to look forward to in the future, and that's really lovely, besties. That's really lovely. Keeping a positive outlook. But yes, this is sort of when I was figuring out the layout a little bit more. I wanted to make sure Genji could reach as much of his workout equipment as possible, because I think it's really cute when you come over to a villager's house and they're like touching things and playing with them. When I was taking the pictures at the end of this video, Genji kept walking over to his juicer, his what's it called? His mixer. He kept walking over to it and turning it on and smiling and then turning it off, and it was so cute. It was so precious. I love Genji. Besties, I love a himbo. I love a himbo. He's so sweet and so dumb. Actually, okay, maybe he's not that sweet. Maybe he's a little, I don't know. He's a little bit of a problem. He has his whole love triangle thing with Marshall and Coco, which I talk about in every single video that involves them, and sometimes in videos that don't involve them, because I think it's really compelling stuff. And also Fuchsia's involved, and like everybody's involved. But you know, he's an okay guy. I like Genji. I like my interactions with Genji. I don't know so much how Marshall and Coco enjoy the interactions, but you know, that's not my business at the end of the day. I'm not a part of that. I'm just an observer. I also wanted to include as much of his original furniture as possible. I always like to do that with my villagers' houses, just to keep sort of like the vibe that they wanted. I don't know. I think it's cute. Unless of course they have a rancid vibe, or like I really have a vision for them, in which case I'll just get rid of everything. But I kept the bonsai tree from his tree stand thing that he has. And I also gave him that poster, or that scroll on the wall. And I obviously kept the speed bag. I also really wanted to use this poster because I never use it. It's like a vintage like boxing gym poster. Also, we had to have the purple bike on the wall. We have some sneakers for him, purple and green. Purple and green is like a really fun color scheme to work with, but it's also like they're both really bold colors. The green less so. I was able to work in more of the green, but the purples in New Horizons especially are very bold. If you couldn't tell by like the yoga mat and the bike, they're quite bold. But I enjoyed working with them a lot, and I think that the little subtle pops of purple really help, and then just like also adding more colors, because if it was just green and purple, it would be giving like kind of Riddler vibes, and that's not what I'm going for with Genji. Why? Oh, yeah, yeah, that's not what I'm going for with him. So, you know, I had to mix it up a little bit. I threw in lots of blues and reds and other primary colors to like throw off the purple green moment a little bit. And also just because, like I said, I wanted it to be realistic to Genji, and I don't think that he's the interior decorator type of guy. You know, he just puts up things because he likes them. And once again, there is me considering putting Coco's photo in the house for drama purposes. I don't actually have Genji or Marshall's photos. If I did, and actually, no, not if, besties, not if, when I get them. Okay, when I get their photos. Those are the last two holdouts. I swear to God, they're so. I don't have time. Marshall, I expect that from. Okay, Marshall, I expect that type of behavior. But Genji, a holdout on the photo. What did I do to that man? Anyways. Once I get their photos, I will come back in and I will add the photos to their houses because I think that would be cute. But a piece of drama. I was gonna wait until we got to that part of the video, but I'm just gonna say it now because I feel like it. I added one of Coco's gyroids to Genji's house. I think it's a buongoid. Is that correct? I don't remember, but you'll see him go up on the wall. I added him to the wall because I thought for the drama it would be fun. And I was right. And, you know, he's cute. And, you know, Genji got him as a gift from Coco because she owns a pottery studio and she made him. And, you know, that's the vibe. Also, when I was decorating, here you can see the sort of like the mismatched color scheme idea coming together. And I actually think that's really cute and like adds more like dimension to the space, I guess is the right word. Because it adds more like contrast. That's the word, besties. That's the word. It adds contrast. I didn't even realize when I was doing this in the Happy Home Paradise, the Room Sketch app. That's the app. I keep calling the Happy Home Paradise app. That's a different app, besties. It's a different app. That skis rack had a purple variant to it, like the skis were purple. It's literally the first color. It's the default color, and I didn't notice it until I was in the actual build. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, the default color is purple. So we kept that for him. Also added some slippers for his tatami mat area. You know, it's giving very much bachelor vibes. We threw in the milk. This is when I remembered the protein powder, which is funny because I feel like I give Genji protein powder a lot as a gift. And I just completely forgot that it existed as an object when I was decorating his house. But he needs it, okay, besties? It's important for him to have that. So we had to throw that in. There's a lot of sports equipment in this game. So my issue was not that I didn't have enough items. I think the issue was more that I had too many. That was my big problem. It's like I could throw in a baseball and a football and a soccer ball and a basketball. So we're going to put some of that stuff outside when we do the outside of Genji's house. Not today, though. Not today. Ooh, here we are doing the floor. I loved throwing down all of these different colored rugs. I used the workout mat, or like the play mat thing. And then I threw down some purple socks and other miscellaneous clothing items that I thought suited Genji and his workout, his gym rat lifestyle. You know, we got the leg warmers, we got the knee pads, all of that stuff. In purple, obviously, to contrast with the green. That, I think, was giving the most Riddler vibes, but I didn't care. I was like, no, this is perfect for him. He needs this. And I was right. And then we threw some different socks in his bedroom because he doesn't seem like the type of guy who would really care that his socks are on the ground. Once again, this is a bachelor pad, besties. Genji moved into this really gorgeous open concept house, and he decorated it with very little care. And, you know, that's fine. This is his space. You know, we don't need to judge. This is how this man chose to decorate his house, and I'm just happy for him. I'm happy that he has a place to call his own, with his kitchen where he only makes green juice. Oh, I did throw the steamer so he can make dumplings. There we go. That's something. That's something. Be proud of him. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm either only talking about the build or I'm only talking about something completely non-related to the build, but this video has been very build oriented. I'm such a good voiceover person. You're welcome for all of this insightful commentary and in a little glimpse into my little brain of how I build a build. This build honestly was like right up my alley of like a cluttered, realistic looking house. Like it's just perfect. Like I love how the colors don't match, and I love how it's just full of like stuff. You know, it's just he lives here. Like he really lives here. I want to live here. Actually, no. I don't want to live here. I imagine this place smells terrible. I imagine something that I noticed when I went to visit after I finished the build. Oh, we're throwing in his green kettlebell. Perfect. I was looking for like one more sports object, and I was like debating whether I wanted to have the sports drink or the sports magazine or the green drink. And I was like, oh my god, green kettlebell. It's perfect. But yes, I imagine, oh yes, one thing I noticed when I was visiting to take photos at the end of the build was that there's nowhere to sit. There's only places to lie down. So I had to sit on the floor during my outro. But I imagine when Marshall comes over to visit, he's very uncomfortable. I imagine Coco's also slightly uncomfortable when she comes over to visit. That's why I imagine oftentimes Genji ends up at someone else's house. Like, I don't think that this is the party spot. I think this is just Genji's spot. Can you imagine Marshall in a place like this? Oh my god, I feel like he would die. Like, he would not make it, besties. He would not make it. But that's why it's cute. I think it's cute that they're together and they're like opposites. But one thing, I was so like I was like so excited about finishing the build that I forgot to take pictures before I left. Like, I forgot to take pictures when I was in this mode, and so I had to wait until Genji came back into his house to take pictures. Oh my god, here I am adding the bongoid. I was right. I don't actually know what sound he makes. I had a little bit of trouble picking out the sounds for this build just because I couldn't hear in OBS. OBS sometimes just doesn't play audio, and it's very annoying. But that was me just switching the audio. I put it in KK Soul, I think. No, I don't think that's correct. But I put in something that sounded bachelor-esque, like something a bachelor would be playing in his house. Something, you know, something a little cool. But yes, I had to come back and take photos, and so I had to keep resetting the time until Genji was in his house so I could take pictures. Oh yeah, I threw this box in because I thought it would be cute if like he didn't finish moving in all of his stuff when he moved. But yes, I didn't take photos of the house until after I'd finished the build. Which was nice because Genji was there and I could take pictures of him with his little cute flower shirt on and everything. But the issue was I kept resetting, and you're gonna see that I think in a second. Oh yeah, in a second. You'll see that the issue that we have, besties. But another issue that we have was that I just realized just now as I was finishing the voiceover that I forgot to shine anything in this house. How dare I forget to shine any of the objects in this house? Like, what's wrong with me? Take away my license to build, honestly. Like take it away. I'll come back and I'll shine something, besties, I promise. And I'll keep you guys posted about what it is. I feel like I should like shine his sneakers to make them smell bad or something like that. I don't know. But besides the fact that I forgot to shine anything, I think this place turned out pretty cute. I feel like Genji really decorated this house himself, even though I decorated it. For him. But yes, we're switching back to the purple. Once again, I think the purple provides like perfect contrast, and it's different from Coco, which is important. Just testing everything out, making sure Genji can reach all of his stuff. And we are about to cut to me talking to Genji outside. So this was my first interaction with him. See, he's not inside of his house, which is very annoying, but you know, he was happy about what I did for him. And then in the second interaction, I changed the time of day and he wanted to move out, which is so rude. Like, I literally just renovated your house for you and you immediately, like, before I even see you inside of it, and he's wearing his stupid hat again. Like, come on, Genji. So I immediately quit without saving, and then I go to see Genji in his house and look back there. Do you see that? Do you see that? We need to do a replay. Now Marshall is the one with the speech bubble because I quit without saving, so it switched to another villager, and now Marshall is the one who wants to move out. What's up with that? Is it because I put the Blancoid in Genji's house? Well, either way, we're done. Genji's house is done, and we're in the outro. And here we are. Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, sorry about the audio inconsistencies. They're going to improve very soon when I finally move into my new place. Speaking of my new place, there's going to be some apartment-related content coming next week, so be on the lookout for that. Get excited, besties. If you liked this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment. You know what? Leave a comment letting me know if you're Team Marshall or Team Genji, or I guess if you're Team Coco or Team Marshall. I don't know. Let me know who you're rooting for in the comments. I love relationship mess, especially when it's not related to me at all. If you want to see more videos like this, you can hit subscribe and hit the little bell to be notified every time that I post, and you can join my Discord, linked in the description. Also, if you want to see me live, I'm going to be going live the day after this goes up on Sunday, playing Happy Home Paradise at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, thank you for watching. Shout out to Genji for being best boy. And I'll see you all again on Wednesday. Bye.